Today, two teams will be sowing the seeds of success as they go bargain spotting in an Italian antiques market.
I think I would pay money to have that taken away. I would not buy that.
I agree.
But will their crop of collectibles yield a profit when they come to sell them at a market in the UK?
We're at 13.
That's more than
I know. Just trying really hard. I'm going to cry in a minute.
And which of our contestants will reap the largest reward from their antique harvest? Let's get ready to rummage. A mouth-watering welcome to Parma, otherwise known as the gourmet capital of Italy. Parma, of course, is renowned worldwide for its Parma ham and its Parmesan cheese, but it also produces wonderful pasta, some sumptuous salamis, and some of the finest wine in Italy. But of course, we're not here for the food. Oh no, we're here for the antiques. So let's go see what this city has to serve up. Parma lies in the prosperous region of Emilia-Romagna in the northern part of Italy, and it's not just food lovers who'll be drawn to this city. Every year, hundreds of hungry opera buffs visit Parma, which was the birthplace of the famous composer Giuseppe Verdi. Those with an appetite for art can feast their eyes on the frescoed ceilings of the cathedral, which were painted by the Renaissance artist Correggio. And the Italian Ministry of Culture has allowed us to sample the breathtaking interior of the Teatro Farnese, which was built by the Farnese family in 1618. The Farnese family ruled Parma for the best part of 200 years from the beginning of the 16th century. They were an extravagant dynasty, and the family home was this great Palazzo della Pelota, which they built, quite frankly, just to prove how very rich they were. Our contestants, though, are going to have no such excuse for extravagance. They have just £350 each to spend on Italian collectibles, to sell, hopefully at a profit, at a market in the UK. So, let's go and meet today's contestants. They're a mother and daughter team from Wakefield, who both work in accounting, so they should be experts at turning a profit. First up is 23-year-old Lisa, who loves to travel and has recently been to Fiji and Singapore. When she's home from her globetrotting, Lisa likes visiting antiques fairs in search of her favourite collectibles.
I collect a lot of things like pool pottery and things that are very plain, not patterned. I'm fairly confident I'm going to beat my mum, but she knows a lot more about antiques than I do, so I'm hoping that I'll get on the good side of the people and win them over emotionally.
Helping Lisa is the jovial John T. Herndon, who started his antiques career at a famous London auction house. He's now a respected furniture dealer and has an unquenchable thirst for all things antique. Lisa's opponent is her mother, Sheila, who counts line dancing as one of her hobbies. But when she's not do-si-doing, Sheila can be found quick-stepping around antiques markets, and she reckons that her job is going to help her to victory.
I work in accountancy, so I'm used to being on the plus side with figures, or most of the time at least break even. So that's what motivates me when I'm looking for bargains.
Sheila's right-hand man is Mark Franks, who takes the cheeky-chappy approach to antiques dealing. And it seems to work, because for 20 years, Mark has carved out a successful career as a professional bargain spotter. So, with our contestants at the ready, let's get the game underway. Good morning, bargain spotters.
Good morning, Angela.
Well, have we brought you to a treasure house of antiques and collectibles today? Because here at Parma, in this amazing convention centre, there are over 1,000 stalls. It only happens once a year. You are going to be spoilt for choice, but what's going to be on your shopping list, Lisa?
I'm looking for quirky things, pretty things, really. I like quirky items to put in my house, so I think I'll look for things like that as well.
Quirky items. John T, at a market like this, are we going to find the quirky and the pretty?
I'm sure quirky is here, but with, what is it, 1,100 stalls? I mean, it's incredible. There's bound to be something there.
You're going to have a field day, I think. Now, Sheila, you're used to buying and selling. What are your tactics going to be today?
Well, I'm hoping today to find some small personal items, things that have got some history behind them.
But of course, you've got a house full of knickknacks, I believe. Bits and pieces that you bought, but you're not buying for yourself today.
Oh no, not for myself today. Got to look at things that aren't my total personal taste, but what I know there'll be a profit in England.
Well, you see, Mark's nodding his head there like a dog in the back of a car window. It's going to come off in because he totally agrees with you, don't you?
We're here to make a profit. We're here to buy things, to sell them for a profit, and we're going to look at every single stall and perhaps try and buy one item from each stall, eh?
1,100 in the van, never worked. You can't go till I give you your money. So let me give you £350 worth of euros.
Thank you.
You have to spend all of it on at least 10 items. And the choice is going to be yours, but do remember, of course, your experts are there to give you guidance. But do keep two words in mind. Is it collectible or is it rejectable? If it ain't saleable, leave it well alone. The guys are going to keep a record of everything that you buy. So if you are ready, belt up and let's get buying.
Oh, well, look, it's got the Cunard label. Fantastic. Oh, it's a fantastic item. Fantastic. Oh, indicators. No. OK, Jonty, we've got our work cut out today.
What about this for Mark?
Well, I was actually thinking more for you, Jonty, actually.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
You cheeky so-and-so.
Well, Sheila and Lisa are obviously in very good hands, so while they're scouting for bargains, let me remind you of the rules. I've given each of them £350 worth of euros, and they have to spend all of it on at least 10 items, and whatever they buy here today in Parma, they then have to sell at a market in the UK, but they've only got one day in which to sell, so they have to buy very wisely. And whoever makes the most money, they're the winner. The first rule of bargain spotting is to pay rock-bottom prices, and Jonty reckons that they're going to have to haggle extra hard today.
Now, just having a quick glance around, everything is stand-fitted, which means that the dealers have paid an awful lot of money just to be here.
Right.
Which is a bit of an indicator to me that things might not be as cheap as we might like them to be.
Right.
Jonty may be worried, but Mark just wants to keep a stiff upper lip.
What about these, Sheila? Do you know what these are?
Are they something to do with shaving?
Well, this actually says a cup for the moustache. So what it is when you used to drink, if you was a gent with a big moustache like that there,
All right.
a big moustache, you'd drink and it would stop all the tea or whatever going on your moustache.
Lisa and Jonty have spotted a seriously stylish light. But is it plastic fantastic?
This is very typical American of the time. When I say of the time, this is 1970s.
Right.
And they call it lucite. We call it perspex, but the Americans call it lucite. It's exactly the same thing. And if you see plastic today, it's much slender. It's not the same. So there's a big market for this kind of thing back in the UK.
Sheila and Mark are positively bristling with moustache memorabilia.
This is the same sort of thing, but a spoon.
Right, a spoon.
So it'd
yeah.
stop your soup.
I've never seen one of those before.
I've never seen one. Well, I've only seen old ones. This one is a lot newer, which is quite unusual. It's 120 quid. Now, it's not got a lot of age. I would suggest it's probably 20 or 30 years old tops.
Seems a bit overpriced to me.
So, well, the big question is, Sheila, collectible or rejectable?
I think it's got to be rejectable.
Now, the price is about £250.
Right.
And sadly, that just doesn't fit in with our budget.
Right.
So sadly, it's a rejectable.
What a shame.
So, our antiques doctors have diagnosed swollen prices here in Parma, and the only cure is to keep on searching. Today's market is a 10-day event known as the Mercantino in Fiera, and it happens just once a year. Its sheer scale makes it the premier event in the Italian antiques calendar, with over 1,000 vendors setting up stall in this purpose-built exhibition centre. The prestigious fair offers some of the finest and most expensive antiques in Italy. But there are pieces to suit all budgets. And if our teams dig deep enough, they should unearth some top-notch bargains. A bit later in the programme, I'm going to give Lisa and Sheila the opportunity of winning today's bonus item. Now, that's the item that I've bought, and they have to try and guess how much I paid for it. Whichever of them gets closest to the actual figure, they win that prize as a bonus, and when they come to sell it back in the UK, whatever they make on it, of course, is pure profit for them, and sometimes can make all the difference in the result of the competition. Well, today I've chosen this. Doesn't look much, does it? But that's because it's beautiful, slim, clean lines, and it's a lady's powder compact. On the front, we've got real snake skin. And when you open it up, the mirror is in absolutely perfect condition. There's the little guard for the powder, and the loose powder would go in there. Oh, you can still smell it, actually. And there you can see the remnants of powder used by the person who previously owned this. It was made in France by a company called Patry's, and they were making ladies' compacts, certainly just after the Second World War. It's very elegant, it's very practical, and it's very collectible. And for someone, this represents pure profit. But back to the shopping, and with their money belts bulging at the seams, our teams need to start spending.
Look at the style.
As usual, Mark Franks is making a song and dance about it.
I've got the whole world in my hands. Look at that. That is very Bible, do you not think?
I don't really like that at all.
You're joking. The bottom's made of Bakelite, which was invented as the actual base of a 10-pin bowling floor.
Yeah.
So this is quite an early piece. It's probably 1910, 1920, something like that.
Really?
Lisa's next find has got Jonty a little stumped.
What does this do? I'm intrigued.
Umbrella stand. Yeah, you open it like this. And you put your umbrellas in place.
Fantastic.
Wow.
I mean, I've just never seen anything like that before.
No, and I don't think anybody in England will have either. I think that's absolutely
Very unusual
fantastic.
piece.
You do it for 20 euros, which is about 14 quid. There's a tenner's profit in that.
No.
Come on, you're joking. Why not?
It looks plastic, it looks cheap and tacky to me, and I'd prefer to buy something else for 20 euros. I'm going to put it back.
Sheila certainly knows what she wants, but this game is about profit and not personal taste. Indeed, if it was a question of taste, then surely rivals Lisa and Jonty would have ignored this kitsch umbrella stand.
The problem with something like this is that you're not going to appeal to every member of the general public that's going to see it. It's going to have to appeal to somebody who loves this retro design.
Yeah, sure.
But having said that, retro is really big. What's your very best price? Because we have to sell this back in the UK.
Well, I'll say 60 euro.
Will you do more like 40 euros?
Go
Can
on,
you do
please.
that for me? For this poor young lady.
For me.
I'll do it for you.
You can do 40 euros?
Yes.
That's great. That's around £30.
That's brilliant.
You
I'll
happy
pay the
about
man
that?
before he changes his mind. There you go.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, I can't say it's exactly my cup of tea, but Lisa and Jonty reckon they're on to a winner with their first buy. Sheila and Mark need to get on track and bag their first bargain.
What about this then? Tin plate toys. If you look in the back, would take some batteries. Very important to check the back, because if the batteries have leaked, it really kills it. Kills its value. Would probably work, I would well imagine. Now the earlier stuff is worth lots of money, but even something like that, you picture that in a child's bedroom. I mean, for 20 or 30 quid, I think you should fly it. I think it's really nice. Good condition, just a real winner. For 15 euros, which is about a 10, I think it's an absolute steal. Collectible or rejectable?
Collectible.
Let's pay the man.
Okay.
That's more like it, Sheila. A tenner for the toy train gets her and Mark out of the blocks. If Parma's blend of quality cuisine and antique seems too good to be true, then why not come and sample it for yourself? Budget flights are available to nearby Bologna, and there are regular train and bus services to Parma. If you can't make the annual Antiques Fair in September, then you'll be pleased to know that there are more regular markets in the nearby towns of Mirandola and Suzzara. At the market here in Parma, Jonty has found a 20th century collectible that's certainly a cut above the rest. Aren't you missing something there, Jonty? Shouldn't there be a ham or something on that?
Absolutely delicious Parma ham.
Well, what else in Parma?
Absolutely. I have to show you this. These are wonderful machines.
This is an antique?
Absolutely. It's
Really?
in pristine condition. This has taken 1,700 man-hours to restore. This ham cutter is 1918, around that kind of date.
It looks brand new.
It's almost 100 years old. Isn't that incredible?
It's a fabulous
Wonderful
piece,
thing.
isn't it?
Wonderful.
Look at that. absolutely perfect working condition.
I know, it's sort of engineering, sort of mastery. It's fantastic.
And this one made in America?
This one's made in America, but most of them tend to be made in Holland. This is the company that's the big player, Van Berkel's. This one's 1928.
But why would somebody now want to be renovating, 40, 100-year-old, 60-year-old slicing machines?
I suppose for the last 10 years, these have become very, very fashionable as retro machinery to place into your, very smart restaurant, for instance. If you've got a whole prosciutto sitting in one of those, to actually dispense and cut from it is a lovely thing to do.
But how much do these cost then, considering, they look new, don't they?
Absolutely. Well, this one here is, believe it or not, £6,000. This one is more like £4,000. And this one, again, is a slightly later, which is, I suppose, late 40s. That's £3,000.
Oh, a snip. Jonty, with so much ham around, I'm surprised Mark hasn't discovered these. Although with so many bargains still to find, neither team has time to even think about food. So, while they continue to search, I've come to taste some of Parma's other treats. The city was founded in the 2nd century BC, but it wasn't until the Middle Ages that it began to develop the cultural legacy that we see today. This remarkable 12th century baptistry is considered to be one of the most important medieval monuments in the whole of Italy. It's also a fascinating piece of ecclesiastical architecture. The pink marble, which covers the facade and came from Verona, represents the blood of Christ, while the white is there for purity. Now, the building is octagonal, and that is supposed to represent the eternal cycle of life, while the fact that it's asymmetric symbolises that only God's hand is capable of pure perfection. Inside, the religious imagery continues with a series of sculptures known as a cycle of months. Each individual stone figure represents a different month of the year and gives us a fascinating insight into life in 12th century Parma. For instance, July shows a youth cutting corn. In September, we see a man making barrels for wine, and in February, locals are depicted preparing cured meats. The sculptures suggest that even 800 years ago, the preparation of fine cuisine was a serious business for the people of Parma. It was those clever, innovative Benedictine monks who were the first to discover how to make Parma ham and Parmesan cheese, which just goes to show that in this city, food and religion have always gone hand in hand. Another example of this can be seen in the Bishop's Palace, which stands opposite the baptistry. The building is a 17th century reproduction of the stone-built structure that stood here 1,000 years ago. The original palace was used as a hostelry for the hundreds of pilgrims that would pass through here on their way to Rome. Now, if you look up there on the top of the building, you can see there are lots of plates and bowls set into the facade. You have to remember that the majority of those pilgrims would have been illiterate. They could neither read nor write. So there are many people who believe that those dishes were put there as an indication to the pilgrims that here was somewhere where they could get food. Originally, the building was adorned with precious lustreware plates which were brought from Africa during the Crusades. In the 1930s, the city decided to put the valuable originals in the city museum, and these locally made reproductions were put up in their place. Well, both teams have plenty on their plates back at the market.
Are there any more goodies?
I really like that.
Our little bust?
That's something I would have in my house.
Really? She's very sort of suggestive of that sort of coy smile. It's just carved out of one piece of timber. Can you see that the grain runs all the way through?
Yeah.
So you've got that. That's how you can tell that something's carved out of one piece of timber.
Right.
Sheila's Antiques Egghead has spotted a potential collectible.
Now, what do you think about that?
Very quirky.
This was made by a company called Carltonware. You can see on the bottom there. It's actually got a date in it, 1973. So it's one of the... They started producing this in the early 70s. It's an original one.
Look at her facial features there. If that had been Art Deco, it would have been finished off much more crisply.
Right.
I think that that's rather crudely done. I think that this is an import from, say, the Far East.
All right.
But she's still a decorative object. She's still hand-carved, OK?
Carltonware started making stuff from about turn of century, just before the turn of century. and it was struggling a little bit. And when this came out, it absolutely flourished, and cartonware done very, very well. So I think this is quite a viable item.
Yeah.
On the stall with the wooden bust, Lisa and Jonty are continuing their quest for the quirky.
I love to find things that I've never really seen before. That pyramidal shape, you know, I've never really seen that as an inkstand.
Very unusual.
Look, the lid falls back that way, like so, and that's your well for the ink that goes in there. So you can imagine that with coloured blue or black ink would even look more dramatic right in the inside there.
Rivals Sheila and Mark are flying the flag again and buying British.
What about this? Is this kitchenalia?
Oh, you like a bit of I love a bit of kitchenalia. What do you think of that? It's quite nice. Now, if you run your finger over that, can you feel that?
Yeah.
So
like
that's
raised.
it's raised. So it's actually in the enamel. It's not a sticker or transfer.
Right.
I would.
It wouldn't detract this sort of rust in here. Wouldn't detract from it.
You're gonna get that with something of a bit of age to it, where it's been cleaned and it's been chipped slightly.
Now, I've noticed round particularly the lid, there are a few chips, which is a great pity. That's going to be really, really difficult to restore.
So in mint condition, how much would that be worth, really?
That's worth 100 quid.
Oh, really?
That is worth 100 quid in mint condition. What's the price? 30 quid. And that's all reflected because of the chips and breaks. Now, it's a big sin for us to buy anything with chips or breaks, but I'm in love with that.
Yes.
Now,
It's quirky. It's one of my quirky objects.
great. And that's what we want. When we're back in the UK, we want quirkiness, okay? Quirkiness sells, something that's never really been seen before.
Continuing their quirky theme, Lisa and Jonty have also spotted a cocktail shaker and a glass table centre. And they're after a massive bulk discount.
So I've got all these items together that we were interested in, but I really want your very best price.
Okay, I'll do my really best price. For all the lots, it will be 200 euros.
200 euros for the whole lot. But we really need... I'm
I'll
thinking...
do a dealer price.
Yeah.
I could do
Your best price.
170.
170. We need to have a lot lower than that,
Okay, we'll say 100 euros. And how you say in Italy, you pay the coffee. Okay?
Okay.
I'll get the money right down for you.
Okay.
Wow, Lisa's managed to get a half-price deal for the wooden bust, cocktail shaker, inkwell and table centre. It proves that even expensive markets can offer cut-price collectibles. Let's see if Sheila and Mark can match that.
28 euros, just less than 20 quid. It's worth 20 quid, but we need to buy it at a profit. So I'm going to see if we can get a good price on the two. What does that come to? 30, 44? 44 euros, about 30 quid.
Right,
we
okay.
could get 30 quid back,
Yeah.
but we need to actually make a profit.
Yeah.
Skills there. It's possible discount? Yes. Best price for the two?
35.
35?
Yes.
It's possible 30?
No, I can't 30.
35, which is about 23 quid. Should get that back on that, and this will be all profit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably a good one then.
C'est bon.
Okay,
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good. It's French then. I'm doing Italian, French, and Spanish. I've got a new language. It's called European.
Oh, Mark, in anyone's language, it's a bargain at just £24 for the walking wear and enamel salt dispenser. Now, Sheila's not the only one with an eye for kitchenalia, because I've travelled a few miles away from the market to uncover the agricultural heritage that's given Parma its reputation for fine food. This unusual building here on the Meli Lupi estate was a busy Parmesan factory until 1977. But nowadays, it's home to a unique collection of cheese-making memorabilia. As you'd expect, the interior of this building is something of a shrine to the art of Parmesan production. The exhibits are all old equipment and machines that were used in making cheese, rather like these rather lovely barrels from the early 1800s. This one is made in pine and bounded by iron, and this much smaller one in a lovely piece of oak. Now, these were hand churners. You would churn the milk for hours. Usually it was done by the women in the house, and that was how they produced butter and cheese. Well, nowadays, of course, the milk, thousands of litres of it, is churned in a huge machine in a twinkling of an eye. But 100 years ago or more, these little babies were a vital part of the cheese production line. And so were these giant vats where the cheese would be formed by heating and separating milk. There are only a few of these original copper kettles left in existence, and this one is insured for £2,500. Now, if that's given you a taste for agricultural antiques, then you're about to get a real treat. Today we're very fortunate because the owners of this museum have invited us to see a second collection of agricultural implements which have only very recently been put on show to the public. The collection sits in a converted barn and contains hundreds of tools and machines that were used for everything from harvesting wheat to pressing olives. They paint a picture of agricultural life in Italy over the last 300 years. Now here's something I would never have had a clue what this was unless the owner of this museum had explained it to me. You see, in this area they grow a lot of maize or corn on the cob, and when you harvest it, the cob comes surrounded by this very tough protective layer of leaves. Now, to get the cob out, of course, you've got to strip these leaves away. But these are really so tough that if you did it by hand, you'd rip your hands and particularly your fingers to pieces. So they came up with this little thing, and you push it down, pull back, and there you are. You can get to the corn on the cob without doing any damage to your fingers. Now, in Italian, it has a wonderful name. It's called Spanucchiatori Maias. These were found by the owner in a very nearby farm, and they were being used there as nails, but fortunately he recognised them for what they were. He bought them for the equivalent of a couple of pence, but now they're worth around €200 each, which is about £120. Let's hope that today our contestants will find some equally valuable discoveries. There's a thriving market for agricultural collectibles in the UK, and items like these can be bought for anything from a few pence to many thousands of pounds. If you'd like to know more about collecting agricultural memorabilia or our trip to Parma, then log on to our website. You'll find us at bbc.co.uk/lifestyle. It's approaching half-time in today's market, but Sheila and Mark have only spent £34. They need to swing into action, and fast. But things are a bit calmer in daughter Lisa's camp, where she and Jonty are assessing their latest finds at a leisurely pace.
How about this funky ice bucket here?
Oh, that looks fabulous.
This is very 1970s. Look, but that solid lump of glass. Feel that?
That's fantastic.
They're great fun.
How much is this?
That is €35, so that's...
No way.
Yeah.
That's fab.
So that is, I suppose, for 20 odd quid, something like that.
Yeah, love that.
Slow-spending Sheila is frantically trying to get into the groove.
What about this? Now, I think this is lovely. Do you know what this is?
I think it's a gramophone.
You're right. We call these picnic gramophones because if you put the catch on, comme ça, away you go, off to your picnic. And it's quite important the handle's there and it's in good condition. Now, the edges, the corners, if you look, are all protected, so it will take a bump and a knock. And if we open it up, let's see who it's made by. His master's voice. Can you see in there? You've got this dog, and he's looking into a table gramophone. Now, this tells me one thing quite importantly. Because he's listening to a wind-up gramophone, this means it's post-1900. Because at about 1900, they used him with his image looking into the actual gramophone. A lot of people, believe it or not, especially young people,
I'm looking for them.
Yeah, because the old 78s, a lot of people don't know what they are, especially young kids. They haven't even seen vinyl before. What do you think?
Yeah.
Right, let's close this down and we'll get a price on it.
Yeah.
Laid-back Lisa and Jonty haven't moved an inch to find their next item.
That really is a vibrant colour, isn't it? Is it thrown? This is all hand thrown. Can
Yeah.
you see the marks on the inside there? That's how the potters pulled the clay up from the kiln.
You can
Now
do
that's
it for €20.
€20? Really? No.
Yeah.
Again, 1970s.
All right.
Very typical of it's the colour that you can really associate. You know, those oranges. That's almost like a pillar box red. So do you think we need to go and purchase?
I think we do.
That gorgeous red vase and ice bucket have been bagged for under £50, putting Lisa and Jonty firmly in front.
I wonder how the others are getting on.
Well, things are looking up for Sheila and Mark because now they're looking for a deal on the gramophone and the table that it's sitting on.
60s, 40 quid, and now they are both worth that, That's what we get for them in the UK, so we need a bit of discount. We need a bit lower on the price. Is it possible a bit lower price?
Fare tutte e due.
Yeah.
55.
We've got to have it, definitely, yeah? Yeah, so good, yeah, excellent. There.
What a bargain! And at just £37 for the gramophone and the table, Sheila and Mark are beginning to hit their stride. We're at the halfway stage of today's market, and it's time to take stock of the situation so far. Big spending Lisa has taken some huge bites out of her total and has just £110 left. Mother Sheila has been a bit more cautious and still has £230 in her money belt. Lisa's growing list of antiques includes this pretty inlaid wooden box, which was bought for a very reasonable £17 and should be very popular in the UK. She's also bought this little chrome clock, but at £20, I can't really see the big hand pointing to a profit. Sheila's bolstered her antiques haul with this rather lovely glass decanter, which she bought for just £20. But these magnifying glasses are almost brand new, and I reckon that the UK buyers are going to see straight through them. But we'll see which items do the business when our teams sell all their purchases at a British antiques market.
15 what? 1,500?
And we'll find out who's got what it takes to sell for the best price.
Sold up. Of all I've got to show you the money, that's all I've got. 15.
Last time on the gramophone, didn't you?
I didn't know. Yeah.
Terrible liar.
So your first experience of a major Italian antiques market. What are your impressions of it, Sheila?
Well, it's a very beautiful fair. There's loads of lovely things there, but really far too expensive, a lot of the stuff for our budget.
You are competing against each other in this, aren't you? I mean, normally you buy and sell together, don't you? But this time you're at odds with each other.
That's right, yes. This could carry on at home for years to come.
Only if I win though. It's fun.
Well, this might help one of you to win, because this now is the bonus item, and whoever wins this gets to put it on their stall in the UK. Whatever you make for it is pure profit. Let me tell you what it is. In fact, you've probably got an idea already. It's a lady's powder compact, snakeskin on the front. It's in absolutely beautiful condition. It was made in about the 1940s. It's an absolutely lovely little piece. How much do you think I paid for that in pounds?
Possibly about £80.
About £40.
I don't know if you've both been infected by the high prices here, or if I just managed to do a really good deal when I bought this. But I have to tell you that what I paid for it was £14.
Mark's going to kill me.
But if you can sell it for £40, well done. But whatever you do get for it, it is pure profit.
Thank you very
Congratulations,
much.
Lisa.
Thank you.
Well done.
Yeah, whatever.
But back to the shopping, and teams have just 2 hours left, so they need to fill up their stockpiles. Lisa's on a quest to find quirky items, but will Jonty approve of this curious collectible?
Jonty, I absolutely adore this mirror.
This one?
Yes.
Looks like a massive great big lipstick, or brown lipstick, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I think it's very quirky. I think it's just my taste.
Jonty's not the only man in the mirror.
Mark,
Yes, Mark, you look lovely. Now, go help Sheila.
what do you think of this?
I like it. I like it a lot.
I think it's quite nice.
What about that one? That's really lovely. There's three. There's a little one,
Oh, yeah.
a big one, and that little one.
They're very
really
nice.
Chandeliers are very popular. As soon as autumn comes and, you know, the nights start drawing in, people want to get home lit. It's just a natural thing to do.
Yeah.
So what they do is they think about their lighting. You know, a good chandelier, sparkling away, real fire. Picture the scene. I'm sitting there with my toasted crumpets.
Don't forget the cocoa and slippers, Mark.
But the most important thing with dressing mirrors is that you need that full length to see literally what you're dressed in. I don't know if you've ever noticed cheval mirrors at home, the mirrors that swivel. You've ever seen dressing mirrors that swivel? No, there's a reason for that. In the 18th century, English officers used to like to see themselves on top of a horse, and that's the reason why they swivel. Now, I've noticed that there's a red one in the far corner. Are you sure you want the brown?
I absolutely love the brown. I think it's very in keeping with today's interiors in England.
You don't want the lipstick red?
Definitely not.
Yeah?
Definitely want the brown. And
You're
I think
going to be
we should
selling this?
Definitely get. Yeah, positive.
Right. I'll see what I can do.
Get a good price.
Jonty's not entirely convinced, but if the price is right, I'm sure he'll come round. Rivals Sheila and Mark are in no doubt about their chandeliers, but can they get a stunner of a deal?
I can do £120.
Wow.
350.
Wow.
£120.
Have you been drinking the wine at lunchtime, the vino, eh? No. Can you get the prices a little bit lower? It's nearly her birthday and I was going to buy them as a present.
You'll have to try harder than that, Mark.
Give us a price on the 2 small one for the pair. A good price. Be charitable. Don't make me beg.
No. If you take it at 2, I'll do €70 each.
70 euros and 50 quid each. I think it's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do less than €70.
What about if I have a kiss from my young lady?
I can take a kiss, but still it'll be €70 each.
Yeah, I think
Gives
that's
us a
good price.
chance, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Put it there.
Thank you.
Sold.
No problem.
Thank
Thank you very much. And I get a kiss as well. Thank you. No,
On your bike.
Sheila and Mark have every reason to smile. They've netted 2 chandeliers for an excellent £96. Opponent Lisa is still waiting for a price on her wacky mirror.
£60 is the best, which is a good price.
Yes, I agree.
Are you sure about the brown?
Positive. I absolutely adore it and I think it will really go down a storm in England.
I'm not so sure. We'll see how it goes,
We'll see how it goes.
All right. Okay, if you get 120 quid, I'll eat my hat.
Well, the mirror is full of retro chic, but at £61, it's easy to see why Jonty has his reservations. So while the teams make some desperate attempts to spend up,
It's not a car boost now, is it? That's for sure.
No,
I've spied the perfect stall to make my second purchase of the day. As we're in Italy, it's absolutely impossible to go to any antiques fair, turn a corner and not come face to face with some absolutely stunning glassware, particularly Murano glassware. And this is no exception. Take a look at this piece, for instance. Murano glass, yes, and although it's not signed, the man who owns this stall, who's something of an expert in glassware, tells me that this has all the hallmarks of being designed by and possibly even also made by Archimede Seguso. Now, he was actually born on the island of Murano, just opposite Venice. He comes from a long line of glassmakers, so he's regarded by many as being the last of the really great master craftsmen in glass. And when you look at this, you can see why. Can you see here? It looks as if this is made with 4 individual little petals, as if it's a flower. But look at the detail in here. Each of these individual tiny little air bubbles were put in by hand. That's the only way to get that wonderful symmetry that you've got there. Behind the main piece of glass, there's black glass. And just look at this stopper. It's absolutely perfect. A beautiful piece of ground glass, absolutely in pristine condition. Now that entire bottle dates from probably around 1950, maybe 1960, and at today's price, it's worth in excess of £200. And this is the prize that Lisa and Sheila are competing for today. The scent bottle will be a fitting souvenir from a market that's packed to the gills with gorgeous antiques. For Mark Franks, it's like being a child in a sweet shop.
Now, Angela, you always ask me, what would you buy if money were no object and you could get it home easily? Well, I'm going to show you what I actually have fallen in love with, and it is this. What do you think of that?
It's a wonderful musical box, isn't it?
It's fantastic.
Beautiful.
But you have to be very careful, you know.
Why?
Because these little spikes that are attached to this cylinder occasionally flick off, and
Yeah.
people have been blinded by them.
Really?
Yeah. And in the middle of the 18th century, they actually started adding glass screens. So you can more or less date them from that.
And there's also a clue, I suppose, on that lovely symbol in the back there.
Yeah.
The Nicole brothers of Geneva.
Nicole brothers, or the Nicole Ferrers, are the best of the best. This is the Rolls Royce. But the real, when this really comes to life, is when I do this. Are you ready for this?
Yes. I love that.
Is this not the nicest thing that you've ever seen at any fair?
What is so glorious about it is being able to see what the drums, the little snare
bells,
drum,
yeah.
the bells. It's just delightful to actually see it working.
Yeah, I mean, it's so beautiful. And the ratchet which winds it up, watch. Isn't that charming?
Isn't that beautiful?
£10,000. Now, if you want to put your money into something, forget your widescreen TVs. This is something that's going to be appreciated for the rest of your life.
And you're the man who's got an iPod.
Yeah, afraid so. On that note...
Time for Mark to get back to the search, because with less than an hour to go here in Parma, some of the stallholders are calling it a day.
Look, he's packing up. And this one's completely closed. They've even gone home.
Lisa and Jonty have £40 still burning a hole in their money belt.
Table centre. Now, I remember seeing this earlier before, this glass table centre. Very, very, I suppose, 1950s. Really. It's actually got a French backstab there, can you see?
Yep.
In a certain part of Germany, they have got the Black Forest, and they used to carve out of wood the Black Forest bears, and they're very, very famous. And this is a bronze version of that. I think it's very sweet.
So, table centre, what's that worth? What's it worth? 40, 60 pounds at best.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about the inkstand?
Let's have a look. It's quite nice. Both bottles are there. Great thing to buy, because gentlemen are difficult to buy for. But coming up to Father's Day, Christmas, birthdays, it's a great thing for a dad, an uncle, a brother.
Excuse me? How much is this?
150.
150?
Yes.
Well, that's out thus.
How much money have we got left?
120.
Right now, the price adds up to 160. We've got to spend all our money, so there's only one thing to do. Let's show him the colour of the money.
We need your very best price because we only have 60 euros left.
We've got 120 euros. Is it possible for the two, please? Oh, come on, please.
Will you take 60 euros?
60.
You have no more. No more money.
No
You
problem.
are my
Oh,
best
fantastic.
friend. Gracias.
Well done. Thank you very much.
Please, please.
This is our last sale.
Okay.
Oh, well
Man. What a great car. We spent
Yeah,
that,
well
girl.
I
Well done,
never thought we'd
Jonty.
done it, my darling. Well done. Are you pleased?
I am ecstatic.
Excellent. Well done. my
Very
darling.
pleased.
Wow, both teams have got huge discounts, with Lisa and Jonty cutting the price of their table centre to just £40. Sheila and Mark haggled their way to an almost half-price deal on the bronze bear and inkstand. Well, today's market really was hard work for our bargain spotters, but they rose to the challenge, and they've ended the day with a promising selection of plunder. For their £350, Lisa and Jonty bought 13 items, whilst Sheila and Mark went two better with 15 items. Lisa went for the contemporary and the colourful, and none more so than this orange glass table centre, which she picked up for a mere £17. But at £14, I reckon this carved bust may end up looking rather wooden. Sheila got into the groove nicely when she picked up this gramophone for just £20. But she's going to have to work very hard indeed to hammer home a sale on two plastic gavels. Well, the whole point of this programme is a competition between the two of you, but I think that the word that sums up what you had to do today is challenge. This has been a real toughie, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. It's been very difficult. I mean, everything's been very expensive, but we've managed to find a few bargains, I believe, so hopefully we'll prove them right.
Yes, it was very, very tough today. In fact, I spotted a dentist chair today, and it reminded me of what we were doing. It was like pulling teeth.
You found a wonderful piece of furniture, didn't you, Lisa?
I adore the mirror. I had to sort of cajole Jonty into buying it, but eventually we got there and I love it.
I prefer the red, but I think that's going to do really quite well, actually.
Well, the opposition here, Mother, you told me this morning that you had a method of trying to make sure that you got a really good deal from the dealers. What was it, and did you try it?
But I didn't do that in the end. I just said, please, please, let us have it for that money, because we were so tired by that time.
You pleaded with them instead. Now, you're clutching this wonderful train, and Mark has there the chandelier. Mark, are these the two things that you think are going to make the most money for you?
Well, this lovely train in very good condition was £10. There's got to be a profit in there. Now, there's not many things in this actual market for £10. We have walked for miles. We have done the marathon. So I think that's a definite winner. It's got to be a profit, and this is charming.
It is. It's absolutely lovely, that. So what I hope is that it's going to be a beautiful day when we see you next at the UK market. That is the next time we'll see you and all the things you bought, and we'll see you there too. left behind that huge indoor antique fair at Parma in Italy, and we've come to another big indoors antique fair, this time at the NEC in Birmingham. This is the National Collectors Fair. It's a brand new date in the antiques calendar, and it's attracted some 160 traders, all selling the very best in contemporary collectibles. So it should be a great selling ground for Sheila and Lisa and all those wonderful things that they bought in Italy. Well, of course, mother and daughter managed to hone their haggling skills when they were buying, but how are they going to fare now they have to sell here in the UK? Hopefully, of course, at a profit, and they have to do it in just one day. And whichever one of them ends up making the most money, well, they will be the winner. And they will take home as their prize this absolutely beautiful Murano glass perfume bottle. That's the prize. I wonder which one is going to take it home. Let's get selling. But first, our ladies need to take the wraps off their Italian antiques and make their stalls stand out from the crowd. Jonty reckons that Lisa's given herself an early advantage.
This stand is probably one of the best stands I've ever seen on this show.
Really?
I'm very, very impressed. I think you've beaten Mum already.
But Lisa and Sheila will have to do more than just make the stalls look good.
I think I'm just going to try and double my money first and then see whereabouts I'm coming in, so...
Perfect for a fair like this. People are coming here looking for small collectibles. I'm glad we didn't buy any huge lumps of furniture.
If I haggle with them, I think they'll think they've got a bargain. So.
Lisa, this is music to my ears.
Lisa, are you confident?
I am. Yeah. I'll blow you away.
No chance. Look at this superior
I might
stall.
blow your leaves away. Look,
So, Mark's as confident as ever, but can he put his money where his mouth is and help Sheila make her first sale on the gramophone?
It's Master's voice.
Yeah.
And you basically lift that up. As it goes across, the mechanism there goes into action and away it goes. You drop that on, and as you put it back, it stops. We did it for 50 quid, a nice cheap price.
Did you go a bit down? I've got 30.
30, well, 30's what we paid, but yeah, go on then.
Go in.
Go on.
Sold to the shop man.
That's clever tactics from Sheila. She may have said the gramophone cost £30, but she actually paid 20, so her first sale is a £10 profit. Daughter Lisa is hot on her heels, with some interest in the orange umbrella stand.
It's really unusual, that.
How much is our stick stand for this lovely gentleman?
£40. We bought it for £38, so that is making us £2 profit.
35 for it then?
No,
we can't make a loss.
do that.
Eyeing up the competition, Mark.
So,
Umbrellas down and hats off to Lisa. That sale actually made her £13 profit and gives her a slender lead. But Sheila's not hanging about either. She's keen to sell her 2 chandeliers, which cost nearly £100.
You wouldn't take £100 for the pair.
No, I'm sorry, I need a little bit more than that.
It's going to cost me quite a bit of money to have these rewired.
What about 140?
I think I'll have to leave it at 140. I'll go 120.
125?
Go on, you've got a deal.
All right then.
Thank you.
Thank you.
£125. That's a great deal. With £29 profit in the money belt, Sheila's got every reason to smile. Now it's Lisa and Jonty's turn to wow the buyers.
I suppose originally it would have been a jewellery box.
Right.
That's what you're looking at here. And we've got all this lovely inlay on the top here. What we would call that is generically fruitwood.
Right.
So it would be a fruitwood inlay on the top there. How much could this box be sold for?
Let's go to 25.
£25. Oh, that's a real bargain.
20. I'll have it for 20.
You like it, do you?
Yeah, I do like it.
Should we meet you kind
yeah.
of halfway and go 22?
Yeah, go on then.
Sold today in the corner?
Yeah, I'll have it then.
Well
22,
done.
22.
Excellent.
Excellent indeed. It's a second sale for Lisa, and the fruitwood box contained a £5 profit. Our mother and daughter duo have made a flying start to their selling, and it seems that the rivalry is already pretty fierce. Now, mother and daughter, you're very close, but as competitive stall holders, what's the atmosphere like on this corner?
It's a bit tense because she keeps trying to pinch my customers.
Yeah, every time any customers come to her stall, I try to attract them to this more expensive stall round here.
Are you going to be on speaking terms by the end of the day?
I think so.
Well, we'll see.
So what are your tactics going to be at the end of the day to drag them in?
Big smiles.
Big bargains.
And big bargains. So it's working okay so far. We're not disappointed with it.
Well, keep smiling.
We will.
Keep selling at good prices, and we'll see how you do at the end of the day.
Okay.
It's lunchtime here at the NEC, and plenty of new buyers are arriving. But it's a familiar face who returns to Sheila's stall.
Hello again.
Oh, he's back. Hello.
You are very
You haven't
good.
sold that gramophone, have you?
No, I've still got that. It's all right.
Is there anything we can tempt you with?
Well, I was quite tempted by the train before, so
Yeah?
what would be the best sort of
We're looking at like 20 quid, really.
20? Do you do just the train 15? That's all I've got to show you the money. That's all I've got.
You said that
15.
last time on the gramophone, didn't you?
I didn't. Yeah.
Terrible liar. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, is that
Go on, we'll
okay?
take it.
He's a
All
good
right, brilliant.
customer.
It's just profit after profit for Sheila, and her latest sale has put £15 in the kitty. Next door, Lisa seems to have plenty of people browsing,
£20, oh.
but she needs to have them buying, especially as Mum is lining up her next sale.
So how much is your bag?
To you?
Yeah.
50 quid.
No, I'm not going to pay that for it.
I like your attitude. I'm not going to pay that for it.
I think it's beautiful.
40 quid, go on, that gives us a very tiny profit.
30.
It cost us 34 quid. Give us our money back.
All right, then, come on.
Yeah? Deal?
Yeah.
It's another £34 for Sheila's money belt, and Lisa is starting to feel the pressure.
How much are you asking for it?
£30 for you.
Will you take 15?
No, let's go maybe £20 halfway-ish.
Go on then, 20.
20 quid. Right, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Well, that's not a bad result on the clock, and at least Lisa's got her money back. But both our contestants need to keep an eye on the time because we're into the closing stages of this fair. So whilst the teams try to make the most of their remaining items, Mark's off bargain spotting, as usual, and he's got a smile on his face.
When these first came out...
What is this?
This is toothpaste. This is a lid of a toothpaste pot. So you have the base, there's the lid, bit of advertising on top, young Queen Victoria's head on it, dates from mid-Victorian times, about 1860, 1870, somewhere around about there. Now, you know if you buy a picture and you put it in one of these enlargers or these photocopiers, you can get it increased in size. And if I could get an enlarger, I'd like to enlarge this.
What would you do with it?
I would make it 19 inches wide.
Why 19 inches?
When you first bought them, if you was a retailer, you bought one which was 19 inches wide and it contained 300 of these little ones.
So it was the packaging?
It was, but it was made of porcelain as well.
Wow!
So it was a display piece that also contained these. And there's only 2 known of in the world. And the reason I want to increase the size of this is because this is 25 quid, which is quite a snip.
Yeah.
But if I could make it 19 inches wide, have a guess what it's worth?
Well, clearly, that's what, about 3 inches wide. So, all right, I'll say 5,000 quid.
Oh, not a bad guess. One recently sold at an auction for a couple of pounds short, including commission, of £3,000. And they've both got a bit of damage. £3,000 for a bit of advertising with damage. It's surely only going to go up in value in the future. These are very collectible, and it's cherry toothpaste. I think it's just a lovely little thing.
Patronised by the Queen, so at least we know we cleaned her teeth.
She certainly did.
There's an hour to go here in Birmingham, and our contestants are down to their final few items. Neither team has made a loss so far, but can they maintain that record when they're under pressure to sell up? Well, Jonty's certainly going to try.
Mark, have a look at my stand, please.
Oh, yes.
These lovely goodies. We want
What can
lovely
we
goodies to
convince
sell.
you to buy today?
Is there anything on here that you like? Anything that...
What's that?
This is a compact.
Can I have a look?
Yes, do. Come and have a look. It's beautiful compact here, isn't it? Lovely. How much can this lovely lady buy this compact for?
I'll say 20.
10.
Ooh.
I'll say you can have it for 10 if you have a look at what else we've got on the store.
Wow.
That's it, Lisa. Don't stop bargaining.
Normally, the both of them would cost you £55, but for you, I'll do them both for a bargain price of 30.
How about that? 30 quid. That's a
£30
steal.
Go on then, go on. Yeah,
So?
that is a good deal. That is a good deal.
Shake my hand, you've
Go
got
on
a deal.
then. Yeah, you got a deal.
Well done.
Lisa gets her money back on the cocktail shaker, and the bonus item is pure profit. Rivals Sheila and Mark have a lady interested in their inkstand, but she doesn't want to make the decision on her own.
I don't know. I'm not sure if my husband will.
Why don't you ask him?
Come on, let's go and ask your husband.
Come on.
Come on in.
Well, as you can see, they're packing up the market already. We've still got our mirror, all right? So we've got to sell it any price now.
Right.
It's time to clear the decks.
Okay.
All right?
Right.
Well, you should like it. You're obviously attracted to beautiful things.
I know.
I think
How can you compare this to her?
But you can't, can you?
No.
It's like a Rolls Royce and a Mini.
Yeah, would you
Yep,
buy
just
it for me,
about.
please, sweetheart?
£30.
I've been offered 30. I need more than 30. 40 quid, please.
All right.
What a lucky lady. What a lovely couple. I'm going to cry.
Well, don't cry too hard, Mark. It's the first loss you've had, and it's only an £8 deficit. Lisa's down to her last 2 items.
Hello, madam.
Are you interested in
Yes,
this
I
inkwell?
could be. I quite like things on my desk, so this could suit actually.
That's lovely.
We'll do it for less than half price. How about £15 for that one?
Do you like that? Yeah?
Fantastic.
Excellent. Now, how about this lovely mirror?
I did actually, earlier on in the day, I walked past, I did see that, which is what I was coming back to look at.
As the old saying goes, let's take the mountain to Mohammed. Grab a table
Okay, then.
and we'll try and flog them.
How much is it? Well,
It cost us
it cost
60
us
quid.
60 quid. So you make us an offer on that.
15?
15 what? 1,500?
2 nice tables. You looked at them earlier.
Yep.
You did admire them. Time's running out. That's all we got left.
Go on.
Can we sell them to you, please? Pretty please.
Go on, what's your price?
£40 we've got on them at the
Yeah,
moment.
we're looking at 20 quid
Oh,
each.
no.
£30 for the both of them.
£30 for the both. Lisa,
The thing
What do you
is,
think?
Janty, if we sell her it for £30 for both of them, then we're done.
you're done.
We're done.
We've cleared the decks,
We've
and
cleared
it's
the decks.
the end of the day, isn't it?
I think it's a deal.
Okay.
Ouch, that's a combined £48 loss for Lisa, but she has managed to sell up.
Yes, Janty, we're
Done it.
finished.
We're sold up. Well done.
Now, rivals Sheila and Mark are trying to turn the tables.
So look, 20, 2, 4, 5. Come
Can
on.
we get a free gift?
I'll tell you what, since it's you can have a little peacock.
Oh,
Thank you.
thank you very much.
Cheers.
We've sold out. Well done.
So it's a sellout for Sheila as she finishes with a £6 loss. Well, it's been a close contest between mother and daughter, and it's time to empty out the money belts and count up the cash. Lisa made an excellent start to her selling with a £13 profit on the umbrella stand. But the good fortune couldn't continue all day, and at the last moment, she made a £46 loss on her mirror. Sheila got off to a flying start when she sold her chandeliers for an excellent £29 profit. It was only late in the day that she took any losses, and the worst of them was an £8 shortfall on the inkstand. But what are the all-important final figures? I gave you £350 worth of euros when we were in Italy, and it was very difficult for you to spend that money. As you both said, the items were very expensive, but I'm delighted to tell you, you've both made a profit.
Ooh.
Wow.
Lisa, £352.
Oh, £2.
Well done! Mum? Yes? £382.
Well done, Mum.
So congratulations to Mum, and Mum therefore wins the prize.
wow.
It's a Murano glass perfume bottle. It's signed on the bottom as well. It's an absolutely beautiful piece. I hope that
thank
you
you very
will
much.
enjoy that every time you look at it. And remember the successful day you had, not just here in Birmingham, but the lovely time you both had also in Italy. Thank you both very much indeed, and thanks also to all of you for being with us today. I hope you'll join us the next time we go Sunsea and bargain spotting, but until then, from all of us here, goodbye!
That's a fantastic item. Fantastic.